Welcome to Game 79 of the 2024 Banana Ball World Tour, loved by the people who told me a good Navy is not a provocation to war. It is the surest guarantee of peace, which of course came from our learned friends over at Zappos. We've got ourselves a rubber match today with Virginia on the line. On the heels of a Party Animals 5-2 win that saw a new record for trick plays in a game set at 28, we get our grand finale from Harbor Park here in Norfolk, which you now look at live. We've got another big show on deck for you with Sean Fluke and Brandon Crosby both on the docket to get mic'd up, as well as Danny Hosley when he might just be closing this thing down in the top of the 9th inning. Excited to see Dakota Stilts Albritton on the bump again tonight, as he's now up to 10 innings on the tour with only one earned run. We'll see if he can keep his magical season on the bump alive. Here is Josh Chalevsky. This is Biko Scala. Happy Sunday to everybody watching. Thanks for spending it with us. What an unreal ball game yesterday, one for the history books.
Trick plays really highlighted yesterday's ball game. Of course, the Bananas and Party Animals combining for 28 of them last night, and both Ryan Cox and Chase Acuff were able to tie the single-game, single-player record of 6 in that ball game as well. And the Party Animals were able to come away with a pretty dominant 5-2 victory as well. Had consistent offense throughout the ball game. Were even able to claim a point in the final inning against the Bananas. The tinkering of the lineup paid a lot of dividends for them, and they're kind of continuing to tinker in today's ball game, hoping that it leads to a series victory. And this is actually the first rubber match we've had between the Bananas and the Party Animals since late May, when these two teams were dueling it out on a Sunday afternoon in Columbus, Ohio.
Of course, the biggest cause for that is the Party Animals embarking on their own headlining tour across just about 2 months in between here and there. But it is really fun to have a series on the line in the final game, that's for sure. So we'll see how they can up the ante today after a legendary ball game yesterday. Going to be a good one, especially with Jared Donaldson on the bump, the splitter specialist for the Bananas, and Sean Fluke, who, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to have on the mic not just for 1 but 2 innings tonight.
It's going to be a pretty fun pitching matchup. Of course, Party Animals love turning to Fluke in these day games. He's performed pretty well in them. And if Fluke does struggle, you've got Dalton Ponce who can follow him and go multiple innings as well for the Party Animals and try and throw up some zeros. And it's Jared Donaldson getting start number 6 this season, has continued to get better and better as the season has progressed, and it's because he has found more control of his fastball, and the splitter is now playing off of it very well. It's Jared Donaldson since the month of May actually striking out 20% of the total batters he's faced, one of the better marks we've seen in that span. So it could wind up being a pretty low-scoring affair to start today.
We've got Reese Hampton at the top of the Party Animals order, even though, as you said, Vava and Coramato doing a lot of mixing and matching. I personally can always endorse getting Reese Lightning as many plate appearances as possible. So when you've got Hampton versus Donaldson to kick a ball game off, you are in for a whole lot of fun. We're going to have a lot more to chomp up here on the pregame show in a little bit. We're going to be breaking down last night's historic ball game, as well as digging into the numbers on Fluke and Donnie. But for right now, we're going to have to send you back down to the field, because the Banana Baby is about to be presented to our full capacity crowd of over 12,000 on hand here in Harbor Park this afternoon. Once again, thank you so much for spending it with us here in virtual Banana Land. It's going to be a blast. Let's get it down to Mr. Bill LeBroy.
Ladies and gentlemen, you hear that sound. It is now time for a tradition that started way back in 2016. I need you to get those spirit fingers high in the sky. Spirit fingers high in the sky. We are feeling the vibes tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to meet tonight's Banana Baby, Quinn. Quinn is 10 weeks old, and despite all this chaos, is asleep. Ladies and gentlemen, Please make some noise one more time for tonight's Banana Baby Quinn.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, direct your attention to center field. They're the wildest, craziest, sexiest, most outrageous group of animals you'll ever lay your eyes on. And they're here for just one reason: to party. Make some noise for the party animals! Center fielder, Reese Hampton. At third base, number 5, Jordan Hussein. Right fielder, number 1, Jake Skoll. The DH, number 3, Dalton Cornett. Second baseman, number 9, Dustin Baber. Left fielder, number 12, Noah Fisher. The catcher, number 41, Bronson Bull. At first base, number 2, Jason Swab. The extra hitter, number 4, from Virginia Tech, Tanner Tinder Thomas. And at shortstop, number 11, Chase Aka. On the mound for the Party Animals, Sean Faluke. The Party Animals are managed by Mike Bava Vavesis, assisted by Isaac Hess and Anthony. How you doing, Coramado?
Ladies and gentlemen, I am bringing some Bananas power to the plate. His name is Roman. Roman is 5 years old, and he's attempting to hit a home run against these Party Animals. So can I hear some noise for my dear friend, Roman? He's digging in the box, facing Party Animals pitcher, Brett Helen, who winds up and throws the first pitch. And that's a strike. Brett, he's only 5 years old. And he's calling him short. We get a boo for Brett Helen. Unreal. Pick on somebody your own size, buddy. Here comes pitch number 2. Strike 2. That's not very fair, Brett. Whoa! Split. Split says he's had enough. He's gonna make this fight fair for Roman. Here comes the pitch. Boom! Crushed into right field. Roman's on his way. The ball's thrown into the Bananas dugout. And it looks like Jake Skoll throws the ball to second. Reese Hampton can't handle it. Roman's rounding third. Get on your feet and make some noise. Here comes the play at the plate. Jordan Hussein, not in time. Home run for Roman.
It's time to learn the rules of our game. The name of the game is Banana Ball. Banana Ball, we have 11 rules. Rule number 1, every inning counts. If you win the inning, you get a point. How do you win the inning? Score more runs than the other team. The final inning counts the most, where every run counts for a point. Rule number 2, we have 9 innings or a 2-hour time limit unless, rule number 3, if we're tied, it forces a one-on-one showdown tiebreaker. One hitter versus one pitcher with one fielder. Rule number 4, there is no bunting because bunting sucks. If you bunt, you're thrown out of the game. Swing the bat. Rule number 5, batters can steal first base. Rule number 6, there are no walks in banana ball. Ball 4 is a sprint. The runner can go as far as they want until all 9 fielders touch that ball. Rule number 7, batters may not step out of the batter's box. If they do, it's a strike. Rule number 8, there are no mound visits. Rule number 9, the banana ball challenge rule. During each game, you can challenge one umpire call on the field. Each team gets 1 challenge per game. But for the first time in the history of professional sports, you, the fans, can challenge one play. Please welcome your fan representative of the night. Rule number 10, the golden batter rule. Once per game, each team can take any hitter in their lineup and have them bat in any spot. And finally, the most fans first rule of them all. Norfolk, did you bring your glove today? That's good, because if any of you fans catch a foul ball in this game, it counts as an out. Those are the rules of banana ball. And now it's time for the traditional banana ball weigh-in. First, coming out of the Party Animals dugout. Fathers, lock up your daughters because this man's hips do not lie. Please welcome number 27, Jake Lee Alios. He's making his way to the scale. Being told he weighs in at 215 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal. Now, making his way out of the Savannah Bananas dugout. In high school, he was voted most likely to have all the Riz. Please welcome number 36, Ty Two Fly Jackson. He steps up. All right. Ty weighs in at 190 pounds of pure potassium power. Gentlemen, direct your attention down that first base side. It's time to meet the cast of the 2024 Banana Ball World Tour.
An inspired dance from Ty Jackson and Jake Lee Alios. Tell you what, Ty with those sunglasses is not a cat you want to run into in a seedy bar.
That guy would scare me if I met him out in public, but I'm all for more Ty Jackson weigh-ins from here on out.
The Banana Band leading the cast and crew through the stands here in Harbor Park, and we take things back up to the broadcast booth. Welcome inside, Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala. Thank you all so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with us. If you're on the East Coast in the United States, big shout out to Chels in the YouTube chat. It is still not even 5 a.m. in New Zealand, and Chels is wide awake watching Banana Ball. So that is a huge props to you, and a big thank you to everybody tuning in. Let's turn the page back to last night, because as we talked earlier on the pregame show, it's one of the greatest Banana Ball games we have ever seen. The single game trick play record is broken. We see a new record for fan foul outs in a year, and Cox and Acuff both tie the individual trick play record.
A lot of milestones and a lot of records in last night's ball game. We start with the fan caught foul balls. There were 3 in last night's ball game, tying the record for most in a single game, and it also broke the record for most fan caught foul balls in a single season and we are now up to 64 this year. There were 61 total a year ago. And of course, we saw the Bananas and Party Animals combine for 28 total trick plays in the ball game, and it was aided a lot by the fact that the shortstops for the Party Animals and the Bananas, Chase Acuff and Ryan Cox, were able to tie the single-player, single-game trick play record of 6. Overall, though, it was the Party Animals once again coming away with that 5-2 victory, notching double-digit hits, something that hadn't happened in quite a few games for those guys, and they were led a lot by our showman of the night, Tanner Thomas, collecting a home run and 2 runs batted in, and also a little signature walk-up from Tinder as well, a little femininomenon.
It's back-to-back world tours with 6 bombs from Tanner Chicken Tender. Thomas shouting out Chapel Roan coming up to the dish. That is a recipe for success. Now, let's bring our focus back to today because it's a really fun pitching matchup. It's the former D2 All-American Mr. Jared Donaldson on the bump for the Nanners, opposed by the self-proclaimed strikeout king. We call him Mr. Undeniable Sean Fluke.
It's a really fun pitching matchup. Always great to see Jared Donaldson get a turn in the rotation once again. He's going to be making start number 6. And Jared Donaldson, since the start of May, 2 wins and no losses on the mound and striking out 20% of the total batters he's faced, has really taken it to a new level as of late. And these summer months are always about the time where we see Donnie getting hot for the Bananas on the mound. And for Sean Fluke, he is still recovering from surgery on a broken hamate bone. And we've seen since his return a little bit of a struggle with his control out there on the mound. But he hasn't lost his speed on the mound. You see, he is averaging 3 outs in 3 minutes and 15 seconds this season. That is still the top mark among all qualified starters on this year's tour.
It's a really fun one, and we are fired up to bring it your way. We're going to have Flukie on the mic in the first and the second innings in between those outings out on the bump. He's going to pull a little prank on Drake Toll as he performs the dugout broadcast, which will be going live in a few minutes on the Party Animals YouTube page. Please, nobody tell Drake. That is a secret between us and you. We'll have Brandon Crosby on the mic. We're going to get Danny Hosley on the mic as he comes in for the top of the 9th. And we're going to bring back Stare Down Sunday. Reginald Horton tries to defend his title. It's going to be a big one.
Apparently going up against Corel Prime as well. One of those matchups you will not want to miss. And going to be hosted by Mr. Sam Bauman as well. So excited to see what Sam can bring to an old Banana Ball tradition.
It's a showdown between legends. The cast and crew has been revealed down on the field. Let's get it down to Isaac Cool so that the fans can get warmed up.
Now it's time for you, the fans, to get ready. So we need everyone here on their feet. Everyone here in Harbor Park on their feet as we welcome to the field tonight's fan warm-up, 5-year-old Ellie. Come on out here, Ellie. High five. All right, Ellie, this is the name of the game. Whatever dance moves you do, everyone in the audience is going to repeat. Are you ready? She is ready. All right, let's hit that music. All right, we got some clapping going. This is really good. There we go. Oh, man, you all look so good. Over the eyes. There we go. Uh-oh. I know the Party Animals know this one. Jumping jacks. And she's still, oh, there we go. Back to the clapping, there we go. Fans, give it up for tonight's fan warm-up, Ellie!
Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, and potassium enthusiasts from around the world. Tonight, you and thousands of your friends here live and millions more still watching at home have gathered here to witness something beyond your wildest imagination. From Montana to Savannah, from the Isle of Man to Tokyo, Japan, the Banana Maniacs come from across the globe to witness this. This is not baseball. This is the crucible where the fastest, hungriest, and most entertaining players are forged. This is a game of the fans, by the fans, and for the fans. But this is not your granddad's pastime. This is not just another day at the ballpark. This game is baseball by birth, fruit by name, and an absolute worldwide phenomenon by the grace of God. This is the time for all 13,000 people here in Norfolk, Virginia, to get on your feet and give me your voices. Because this is the greatest show in sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Banana Ball!
Harbor Park, let's meet the starting lineup for your Savannah Bananas. The center fielder, number 5, DR the Doc Meadow. Batting second, the extra hitter, number 19, Dan Ober. The catcher, number 3, Eric Jones. The cleanup hitter, right fielder, number 2, Reese Superman Alexiadis. Batting fifth at second base, number 8, our greatest showman, Jackson Olsen. The left fielder, number 15, Rack Robert Anthony Cruz. At third base, number 18, from Norfolk State, Danny Hosley. The DH, number 7, Michael Vitamin D. At shortstop, our glove magician, number 6, Ryan Cox. And at first base, number 17, another Norfolk State alumni, Brandon Showtime Crosby. On the mound for your Bananas, number 21, Jared Donaldson. Your Savannah Bananas are managed by Tyler Gillum, assisted by Adam Byro Byrant and Ray Ortega. Fans, please remain standing and remove your hats. Here to honor America with the singing of this afternoon's national anthem, please welcome Niquetta.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose marred stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh,
Game 79 of the 2024 Banana Ball World Tour, loved by the folks who told me, don't give up the ship. That would be our brave compadres over at Zappos. We've got a rubber match on our hands here in Norfolk, Virginia. Manners snuck by with a 3-2 win on Friday night. The Party Animals dominated an evening ago, taking it 5-2. And now Old Dominion hangs in the balance today. Let's take a look at the Nanners' defensive alignment with Virginia on the line. Left to right in the outfield, it's Robert Anthony Cruz, D.R. Meadows, and Reese Alexiadis. In the infield, third to first, you see Danny Hosley, Ryan Cox, Jackson Olsen, and Brandon Crosby. Catching is Eric Jones Jr., and starting on the mound is Jared Donaldson.
A couple of changes in the defensive alignment here today. It's going to be Eric Jones Jr., who started each of the past 2 games at first, moving behind the plate to catch Jared Donaldson, the splitter specialist. And believe it or not, despite all of the trick plays we've seen in this series for the Bananas, it's still Robert Anthony Cruz and Reese Alexiadis, the corner outfielders, looking for their first trick plays in this series.
Let's zoom in on Donnie once he breaks away from the circle of Nanners and Man-Nanas on the infield grass. We'll get a look at the 6'2" right-hander out of Albany, Georgia. Peach Belt Pitcher of the Year in the spring of 2022. D2 All-American, one of the best pitchers in the country, helped the Nanners to a Coastal Plain League championship that summer. This is his second World Tour.
Very instrumental in helping the Bananas nab that Coastal Plain championship at that, and has become a pretty darn good banana ball pitcher, and especially since the month of May. Jared Donaldson with a 2-0 record in that time. He is making his 6th start of the season. And Donnie, since May, a 3.22 earned run average and striking out 20% of the total batters he's faced in that span. He has a 1.52 ERA plus, indicating he's been 52% better than the tour average pitcher. This season, Party Animals, they are batting .288 against the right-hander. Speaking of the Animals, let's take a look at their starting lineup. It's a shakeup once again from head coach Mike Vivacis. Reese Hampton elevated up to the leadoff spot. Jordan Hussein in the 2-hole, then Jake Skoll, Dalton Cornett, and Dustin Baber 3 through 5. Noah Fisher, Bronson Ballholm, Jason Swan, Tanner Thomas, and Chase Acuff rounded out. And it's Noah Fisher getting that start in the 6-hole for the Party Animals, and in left field, getting the little bit of the bump up in the order thanks to strong numbers against Donnie's. We go down to Isaac Cool.
Clock. So on the count of 3, I need everyone to yell, start the clock. 1, 2, 3.
And just like that, we're underway from Harbor Park, home of the Norfolk Tides, AAA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Over 12,000 fans on hand for a 3rd straight ball game. Switch hitting center fielder Reese Hampton. Charlotte, North Carolina native. Went to school in the home city at UNC Charlotte. Phenomenal career there. Earned himself a 12th round draft pick by the Detroit Tigers in 2018. 3 years in their farm system. Finished up with a year as a Diamondbacks minor leaguer. And he's one of the best hitters we have ever seen in banana ball history. High strike there from Donaldson. Gets the count to 2-1.
With Reese once again leading the tour in hits this season as Donaldson evens up the count at 2-2. And for Hampton, a pretty strong season against Jared Donaldson as well this season, and rolls this one over to third base. Danny Hosley between the legs, throws across the diamond to Brandon Crosby, and it is an early trick play for the Savannah Bananas.
Reese clearly perturbed by something. What it is, I'm not sure. Had some strong words for his first base coach, Anthony Cormato. Now he's chatting with the Bananas. Yeah, there it is. He thought that strike 1 was well above the letters, and he's going to tell everybody in the Bananas dugout as he makes his way back to the third base side. Donaldson, we got a splitter in there for strike 1. A ball and a strike on Jordan Hussein. 2nd straight ball game that the Houston, Texas kid has been in the 2-hole.
Didn't have a lot of success last night, was 0 for 3, but reached with on a hit by pitch, was still able to score a run for the Party Animals.
We saw a record 28 trick plays last night. So far, 1 trick play on 1 out today. Chance at another, gonna be a tough play for Hosley. Barehanded, he didn't have a chance in the world to grab the lightning fast Hussein. Good play by Crosby to get a tough hop and keep it in the infield.
Well, at first you saw a pretty good charge by Danny Hosley, but was watching Jordan Hussein as he was booking it down that first base line. And that's where you saw Hosley let up a little, just give more of a softer toss over across the diamond to Crosby. And good on him for pulling off the bag, just making sure to keep that one from going behind him and getting Hussein into scoring position as Jake Skull takes strike one.
1-1 now on the Party Animals right fielder. Slow tapper, Donaldson off the mound, barehand, bobbles, slings it to first just in time. Good play by Donnie for a big second out.
Nearly a costly bobble from Jared Donaldson, but stayed pretty collected right near that pitcher's mound. And that was a pretty good stretch by Brandon Crosby as well at first base. Make sure he could receive that ball before Skull was able to get the foot on the first base bag.
The smile on Dalton Cornett's face while he pulls off that boogie. The third time here in Norfolk. Does not get old. Another one of the more impressive hitters we've ever seen in Banana Ball. Down to a knee as he cannot connect on the splitter from Donaldson. Quick pitching now. High chopper to first. And it's going to be behind the back flip from Crosby to Donnie. For out number 3. Job by Jared, able to strand Hussein in scoring position.
And that is exactly what you want to see from Jared Donaldson in the first inning. With that splitter, commanding it to induce 3 ground outs and keep the Party Animals off the board.
3 soft ground outs at that, as you get a look at the tail end. And now you get the full play for you here in the replay. So let's take a look at the Party Animals defense as they need to put up a goose egg to keep the Bananas out of the all-important points department 1 inning in. For the Animals, left to right in the outfield, although it looks like Armando Becerra. That's actually Noah Fisher, then Reese Hampton and Jake Skull. In the infield, third to first, Jordan Hussein, Chase Acuff, Dustin Baber, and Jason Swan. Behind the dish is Bronson ball home. Looks a lot like Dalton Cornett. And on the bump, son of a gun, it is not Garrett Delano, it's Sean Fluke.
Well, we should focus on Dustin Baber, just 4 trick plays away in this ballgame from reaching the 100 plateau. And of course, we saw Chase Acuff last night, 6 trick plays for the Party Animals. 3rd time in his career that he's been able to get 6 in one game.
Quick check-in on the world's slowest race. Right now, 5 of the 6 competitors have not moved. Nothing new there. And then get a peek at the one cat who is ahead of the pack and now just playing with grass. Kind of swinging those arms around, goofing about. A thrilling race down on the field as we welcome in Party Animals starting pitcher Sean Fluke.
How we doing, boys? How we doing?
Never better, my friend. This is a glorious day in Norfolk, Virginia.
It's been a while since we've had this moment. It's been a while.
You had a headlining tour. We get to chat in Louisville?
No, I had great Louisville, I believe.
That's right. Oh my gosh. So it's been over 2 months.
It has been a long time.
Since we've gotten to chat. What do we got going on in the world's slowest race
we
here?
gotta come back. Oh, we gotta come back in the ages. Oh my God.
Caught the tail end of it.
Those are some happy babies, I'll tell you that. Usually you got at least one crying or something, but
Great percentage. Good to hear that the toddlers are a joyous bunch here in the Old Dominion. How you going to attack DR Meadows here, Fluky?
Well, I've already told Bronson I'm throwing pitches 1 through 5 in consecutive order. So that's how we're attacking.
I love it.
We're going quick, going fast, you know. You have to pretend like, is everyone ready? Is everyone ready? Yeah. Got him. We're gonna the ball, baby. Nope. Like baseball out.
David Ray wasn't ready for the fastball.
Oh, that's good hit.
Really nice piece of hitting from Meadows.
Well done. Oh my. Bro.
It's a
unbelievable.
Rare error from Jake Skoll there. What the heck happened?
Pretended to throw it to first base and just spiked it.
I was writing single in my scorebook, and all of a sudden I saw the ball dribbling in towards Swan.
Yeah, so that's the way to start the game, boy. Oh.
Okay, behind Dan Oberst, what's the
Yeah,
1-0?
we're gonna go heater, a little sidearm action. Yep, that'll work.
Little jam piece. Acuff calling off Hussein. He's going to bat it to Jordan. Caught in the hat. It's a double trick play.
Hey, you got a love start.
Well, we saw them combine for the double trick play last night. Acuff popping to Hussein, who caught the ball behind his back. This time it's Hussein with the benefit of having that cowboy hat on and using it to record the first out for Fluky.
All right, Fluke, out of the frying pan into the fire.
I'm gonna pick off the R. Yep. Oh, I'm throwing that so over there. 50 miles.
That was drenched in sweat after 10 minutes on the party plaza.
Oh, yeah.
Popped towards us, just out of my reach.
Let me hear you.
If you could induce a foul out to Biko, I'll be very happy, Fluky.
I would love that.
Just barely misses up and in.
All right, I'm up. Look alive a little bit. Jesus Christ.
DR was ready and Baber wasn't even on the bag.
Yes, sir. Come on, here we go. The hell, I can't picture this guy. Somebody. Oh, geez, just covering our heads over there, huh, guys?
We need fans ready to make a play instead of thinking of their safety.
What we got, 2-2?
You bet.
I would love to strike this guy out. No idea what I should throw.
All right, you know the deal, Fluky. Time to throw a strike.
Yeah. Come on, catch it. Oh, that little kid ran so far for that ball.
You're giving the fans opportunities.
Yeah, I just want to walk. I think you hit a home run. Just walk.
Slow tapper to Hussein. Tough hop.
Come on.
It's going to end up
Hey,
being
it's not a fourth down.
It's going to be an E5.
Wake up, let's go. Superman.
Good news, Flukies. Now you've got a force at third, second, and first. Could be worse, right?
That should have been a double play ball right there. Scolded. There's a lot of things I complain about, but you know, I'm just happy to be out here pitching.
That's a perfect mindset.
Oh, that's so bad.
Out Alexiadis.
Long, I'll tell you that. Oh.
Reese Alexiadis, if it's fair, it's gone.
Oh. Holy smokes.
And they're calling it a home run.
Oh, Vince.
Wow.
Bro, you seen it? Look at you laughing. That's go tell stuff. I got been screwing us all day. Unreal. Hey! Those glasses aren't prescriptions!
Is being challenged.
That's terrible.
Let's hope he
All right. It certainly looked foul from the broadcast booth, but we're going to need video evidence to overturn it, Fluke.
They called it foul. Like, hopefully there's something called. They're laughing about it.
We've got the Rito headsets on. Already 40 seconds on our replay timer. Vincent is saying he saw it go by foul.
You put your right elbow in, you put your right elbow in.
Watching on. We just don't have the angle on the replay.
Oh. already go. You just spiked it like the perfect distance for me.
Where's the banana ball? Only 5 seconds left. As far as video evidence goes,
the call has to stand.
yeah, video evidence, there's nothing there to overturn it. Yep, if Vincent brings the crew together, he has the power to overturn it with the umpires. But as a video review, Josh and I are not overturning the call.
Correct.
Thank you. You can't see on the video, but Vince just watched it go foul and he started laughing. Come on, bro, let's figure this out.
All right, so we've got the think tank together to cut the tension with the knife here in Harbor Park.
Yeah, they're saying they can't see it. But
Vince called it foul.
Yeah, I know. What are we doing?
Take control.
He is right now. He's gonna let the new guy overpower him, you know? We got a lot of people trying to watch some baseball.
All right, fans, after further review, the ruling on the field.
Hey, it's not a big baseball game.
Well, things did not go Sean Fluke and the Party Animals' way. Let's check in on the Party Animals broadcast. Bring things back to the Bananas broadcast. I'm getting word in my ear that you may never have even seen the Party Animals broadcast. If you'd like to, it's happening right now on the Party Animals YouTube page. Second inning, wild first frame. Reese Alexiadis gets his third career banana ball home run, and then to kick off the top of the second, it's a 3-pitch strikeout from Jared Donaldson. Uses the splitter to get Baber swinging.
And with the strikeout from Jared Donaldson, you get his signature celebration, a little line dance from Donnie. So far, a good start for the Bananas, and the first inning especially strong for them. They've now claimed the first point in 15 straight ball games and achieved a point in the first inning in all 3 games in this series.
Won 12 out of their last 14, so the recipe of getting ahead and retaining that lead is proven to provide a lot of success. Diving play, Danny Hosley can't get the ball out of the glove. And it's an infield single for Noah Fisher. Deserved extra bases. Hosley robbed him of that, but at least Fish has a base knock.
Well, there's kind of the argument for why people say you want to hit the ball hard. Fisher tagging that one. Hosley couldn't quite corral it and get it out of the glove in time. Works out for Noah Fisher as Jared Donaldson can't get the call on his first pitch. Bronson Ballholm.
Oz was looking for yet another Nolan Arenado-esque play. Boy, he put on a show at the hot corner. He's swing and a miss from Bronson Ballholm, the switch hitting catcher. And he goes down on strikes. Once again, the splitter, the weapon of choice. The full capacity crowd today gets free donuts courtesy of Dunkin'. Ballholm, the donut batter, punched out.
Jared Donaldson feeling like he's in a pretty good groove right now. Does not seem to be fazed by the fact that Danny Hosley not able to wind up recording the out on Noah Fisher. Now it is Donnie going to work and evening up the count against Jason Swan.
Swanee chops one to Hosley, has to go back on it, under the leg. He's gonna grab a trick play thanks to a nice stretch from Brandon Crosby over at first. What an electrifying inning and a half of banana ball we've gotten this afternoon.
2 minutes and 20 seconds there for Jared Donaldson, and it also comes with 2 punch-outs on the mound. Really impressive work.
Another look at the second trick play of the ball game from Hosley. He's up to 38 on the tour, with only 4 trick plays missed. Indiana, Virginia native, guy who spent 2 years collegiately right here at Norfolk State. He's just about as valuable of a player you could ever find in our young sport. He starts nearly every game at third. The top 2 pitchers on the tour with Drew Gillespie of the Party Animals. Was no doubt the best pitcher on last year's tour. Oh yeah, and he also led the 2023 tour with his 28 walk-offs as a hitter. Continue to thank the Banana Ball gods for blessing us with Danny Do-It-All. What a treat he is to watch. Mariners lead this one 1 point to nothing. Say what you will about whether Alexiadis' shot down the left field line was fair or foul. It was absolutely tattooed, and it was within a foot somewhere around the foul pole. The reason why it was so tough to make a call is because he hit it over the foul pole.
Well, we mentioned exit velocities, hard hit balls when we were talking about Noah Fisher a half inning ago. For Reese Alexiadis, I mean, we've often called him the exit velocity king of this 2024 World Tour. He just collected his first career home run against the Party Animals as Jackson Olsen swings at the first pitch from Sean Fluke and will line out to Jake Skull in right field.
We talk about it a lot. Some would say we maybe even talk about it too much, but Alexiadis had 29 home runs last year to lead the Pioneer League en route to winning the league MVP.
You can never talk about nearly having a 30-30 season enough and being able to have that talent join Banana Ball.
29 ding-dongs, 29 swiped bags. Just incredible stuff as Rack gets this one in on the hand. Skull on the run will make the snap. He's taking care of both outs to kick off the bottom of the second. Cruz back to the dugout. And here comes the aforementioned Danny Do-It-All. Having a nice series as Banana Ball comes to his state for the first time ever. Norfolk, the 49th city to get live Banana Ball. And that one stroked out into left center. 2-out knock for Haas.
Well, after having his 8-game on-base streak snapped in last night's ball game, it's Danny Do-It-All starting off with a 2-out single in his first AB today.
Here comes Michael Vitamin D, the designated hitter. We also talk about this quite often, but this Bananas lineup is so deep. It feels unfair to have a former Chicago White Sox minor leaguer lurking in your 8-hole. As he pops this one back, just out of my reach once again. Oh, it came down right in front of us, and now it's stuck.
Oh, that gave me quite the jump.
Let's see if I can use this.
Use the net.
Extendo fishing net. Hosley picked off. And now Swan has got him in a pickle. A-Cup in control of the situation. Back to Jason Swan. Hosley staying alive until Dustin Baber applies the tag. It'll go as a caught stealing in the books. First time Hosley's been caught trying to swipe a bag this year. Good job by Fluke and the Animals defense to put up an important goose egg. It's a 1-point lead still for the Nanners after 2. Maceo and the fellas are going to dance us to the 3rd. What a job. Good job from Maceo Harrison, Andy Archer, Malachi Mitchell, Noah Nisnik, and Ty Jackson. To the top of the third we go. Tanner Thomas out to Meadows in center. And a backflip catch to kick off our third frame of action.
No nicer way for DR Meadows to grab his 69th trick play of the 2024 World Tour. And he goes to his staple, the backflip catch, and a near perfect landing as well. And how about a little gritty?
To the 10-hole we go. Chase Acuff does not bite on the splitter that misses in. And now Donaldson is going to bring in Olsen, Cox, and Meadows for choreographed dance. It's the patented Donnie right there. Bit of a soldier boy whoa. Fans are gonna not have a chance, neither will EJ. Somehow it finds the foot or two of netting in between the field and the stands.
A true no man's land, if you will.
Acuff was the donut batter last night, denied the fans sweet treats courtesy of Duncan, but went 0 for 4. And bounces one to Hosley, tries to grab it between the legs, gets a tough hop. And it's only the 5th trick play missed in 43 tries on the year for Haas.
Not struck especially hard by Chase Acuff, and it's Danny Hosley trying to lift up the leg, come up with something nifty. Proves he was trying to go to the trick play. Otherwise, it's a pretty routine play for Danny Do-It-All. The Party Animals trying to start a little rally here in the top of the third. As Reese Hampton laces. Second pitch from Jared Donaldson, foul.
Nice spoil there from Hampton. Bounced out to Hosley his first time. Fastball just misses the inside corner. Donnie was heading back to the first base dugout. Acuff always a threat to run at first. This one chopped up the middle, grabbed by Cox. Only play is at first, but he's able to go between the legs and put a 360 in while getting out number 2.
That's really good awareness and a smart play by Ryan Cox, knowing that his momentum was leading him towards that first base bag. Didn't want to try and throw it behind him and risk a possible trick play missed. Instead comes up with the sure out, and he's okay with allowing Chase Acuff to get into scoring position.
2-0 count here on Jordan Hussein. Bill Leroy, Jared Donaldson and company have no idea where that missed. Vincent Chapman, actually check that. Eric Jones Jr. behind the dish today, telling EJ that it was high, and then that one just misses the inside corner. So Donaldson gets squeezed, and it will allow, well, hold on. Hussein out at second before Acuff touched home. Chase Acuff wasn't hustling to home plate, and because of that, the Party Animals do not score a run here. Vincent Chapman letting the Bananas dugout know that that is in fact the case. The Party Animals dancing, doing their classic party rock anthem, but they're dancing without a run being scored. I feel pretty confident. I saw it clear as day that the tag got on Hussein before Acuff touched home. bizarre scene as we toss to a brand new promotion.
Classroom utensil. This one's called Poop the Pencil. Why do you call it poop, we guess? Well, it's because the pencil is the number 2 pencil. We got the Seifert and the Schumacher family. Whoever poops the most pencils in their pencil box wins. All right, families, on your marks, get set, poop! All right, it looks like we got they both got them right in, both the Seifert and the Schumacher family. All right. It looks like this woman's got the runs. Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. We are tied 2-2. All right, they both pooped very well. They have been trained greatly. All right, it looks like we got the Seifert family in the lead. Oh man, they are ahead, Oh wow, this is some great pooping down here on the field. Again, the girl with the runs, she's back. All right, good, I'm glad you didn't miss, but we got 10 seconds left on the clock. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it looks like someone spilled their poopy pencil. It looks like the Seifert family is going home as tonight's winner of Poop the Pencil.
Sure, we'll see that one again. Another look, Hussein coming into second. Rack puts the tag on him, and at the same time, Chase Acuff jogging home. Not on a full sprint. The animals say that he touched home first. The umpires strongly disagree. Deep jammed on this one. Pops it in the infield. And Swan will cut in front of Baber for out number 1.
It's a little too lackadaisical of a play there for Chase Acuff. And I don't think that he was aware that Jordan Hussein was even going to try and get into scoring position on the ball 4 sprint. I think more so just expected Hussein to hold up at the first base bag and ensure that the party animals could claim that run.
Now Cox steps in, and he's not happy with the strike call from Vincent Chapman. A lot of barking from both sides at the umpires. This one lifted to right. Skull hardly has to move as he tries to pull off a trick play. Comes up empty. And it's going to put Cox at first.
What an unfortunate missed trick play try for the party animals, and right now feels like a lot of things not necessarily going their way. Reese Alexiadis home run not overturned. Of course, that play that negated them a run in the top of the 3rd. Just can't allow these mistakes to frustrate them further in this ball game, as Brandon Crosby's got a little signature walk-up for us.
Well, Sunday best. Perfect tune to encapsulate the beautiful soul and human being that Brandon Crosby is. Out of Mechanicsville, Virginia, college ball at Norfolk State. Gets a huge ovation from his home state fans.
And we've seen Crosby this entire weekend just all smiles about being back in Virginia and getting to play in front of a lot of friends and family.
Estimated he's had over 100 members of the friends and family across the 3 games here in Harbor Park. Scott Pop saw him put out a walk-off home run in spring training. This time he's going to be clipped on a wild 2-seamer there from Fluke, who goes sidearm and ends up dinging Showtime. Like an attempt at a revival from Ty Jackson, and now he's going to have Rack and Alexiadis get Crosby over to first, Pop on the chair. Shout out Alexiadis for bringing that one out. Set him up for success. shade of Weekend at Bernie's there. This one, sharp, nice play, Dustin Baber. Over to Acuff on the bounce. Beautiful twin killing, a trick play for Derek Ginger as Fluke puts up another 0.
Not only a really nice defensive play from Dustin Baber, but grabs the trick play as well. And very interesting that Brandon Crosby not running towards that second base bag and putting up any kind of attempt to see if he could break up the double play or at least cause some kind of difficulty for Chase Acuff at the second base bag.
Banana Band blasts away as we head to the 4th. Yeah, that one was hit so sharp by Meadows. I don't know if Crosby would have been halfway to second by the time Acuff was firing that ball back to first. That's the Banana Ball gods. Giveth and taketh away. Infield single his first time, then he hits the crud out of the ball, and it's a double play.
What we're seeing so far for DR Meadows at least is he told us before this game started he was focusing on hitting the ball to the opposite field, and that's exactly how he collected his first hit against Sean Fluke. And then once again, tried to beat a shift, go the opposite way yet again, but it was just a better play made by Dustin Baber at second.
Part of the order here for the Party Animals. Jake Skoll, Dalton Cornett, and Dustin Baber. Due to swing it off. Jared Donaldson, who's been cruising, had a bit of a base running blunder from the Party Animals to keep them off the board in the 3rd. Very important because with Fluke putting up a 0 in the bottom half, they could have earned a point, tied this game up. That's the difference between the Bananas leading and us being knotted at 1. Wow, that was crazy. Vincent Chapman fired his mask straight into the lap of Jake Skoll.
Didn't even flinch at all. Skoll down on the knee, instantly received the mask. Pretty much framed it for a strike too. Impressive stuff. Get a look at it one more time on the monitor. Even Eric Jones Jr. surprised that Skoll was able to come up with that.
Ended up tossing it further away from Vincent. What a play by Ty Jackson on the foul ball. See the aftermath. Running snag with the bare hand. Fans in the second deck with a chance. They come up empty.
Pretty funny to see Jake Skoll's reaction after fouling that ball away. Worried that that one could be caught after witnessing 3 different fans catch foul balls for outs last night. Robert Anthony Cruz with a little bit of a misplay on this drive from Jake Skoll that continued to drift him further and further back in left field. Tough ruling on whether that's a double or an E7 for Rack.
Well, Josh, I've lost my headset and we've been fooling around with it up here, so I didn't see the play. It's completely on you, buddy. Our engineer and producer, Nick Keldy, doing the Lord's work behind the scenes. And a pickoff attempt. Skoll got back to the bag. I don't know how. Second base umpire Eric Byram says the evasive slide worked for the Animals right fielder. Another gander. Wow. Ended up going to the backside of second base to find a safe return. He was dead to rights. And the official ruling on the Skoll hit?
I'm leaning E7.
It's going to be ball 4, and it's a wild pitch. So Skoll scores easily. Cornette's got 2 bases easily, and he's going to be content there. As Rack is the 7th and final Bananas fielder behind the pitcher and catcher who had to touch the ball before it's live.
Now Jared Donaldson allowing sprints to 2 of the last 3 batters he's faced. Trying to dial in his control as he's soon to square off against Dustin Baber. Good to see the party animals getting that run that they sorely need and not letting some of the mistakes we've seen through the first 3 innings of this ball game compound or frustrate them.
Look out! A little sweet chin music for Dustin Baber. Has to get dirty. He's got himself a 2-0 count. Donaldson trying to find the zone. And Baber was ready for something to hack at. Ends up popping it onto the roof on top of the sweet section below us here. Uncatchable by fans. Baber struck out swinging on 3 pitches his first time. Donnie got him on the devastating splitter. Donaldson's worked his way back to the count, 2-2 now. Chop to third, forward roll across the diamond. Kyle Jackson, welcome to the Banana Ball game. You've got yourself a sweet trick play.
Really impressive stuff. We saw him pull that out at the shortstop position when he was playing with the Visitors at the end of June. Now transferring it over to third base. An awfully impressive play by the early defensive replacement.
How about Fisher and Hellman coming in from the stands, rapping a little Lonely Island. Right guy number 2. Here's your guy number 1.
Sorry, I wasn't keeping up. That's on me, man. I'll be better next time. Don't hold it against me.
You're golden in my book. Now feed me the rock. Now give me the rock.
Yeah, give me the rock. Yep, there it is.
I didn't think you were going to get there.
Oh.
You big Lonely Island guy back in the day?
Yes, although I can't say that I listened to this one very much in life.
We like sports, Josh.
I know.
You love sports.
I know.
Some say it's the greatest song ever created for sports fans.
I have not heard that one.
Wow. So you have...
Well, no. I haven't heard that it's the greatest song for sports fans.
All right, there it is.
Sorry.
2-1 here on Fisher. So you did not listen cover to cover to Lonely Island's debut album in 2008, Incredibat?
No.
Oh! I had every song on my iPod Classic. Big Lonely Island guy. Chance for the fans. They come up empty again.
I mean, I'd feel a lot better if that was like, I'm on a boat.
I'm on a boat, got a lot more radio play. We like sports. A little bit more of a deep cut. They got a digital short on SNL. This one poked into left. It's going to be a flared RBI knock for Noah Fisher, who's 2 for 2 on the day.
And again, that's exactly why the Party Animals wanted to insert him in the lineup. Really strong numbers against Jared Donaldson this season. And it is continuing in today's ball game in Norfolk.
And you might remember Bronson from his last at-bat when he struck out and won everybody here a Dunkin' gift card that you'll get after the game. I just think it's right if we say thank you, Bronny, on the count of 3 as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3. You guys are so sweet. Thank you.
Once again, kind folks here in Norfolk. The Norfolks, as my roommate, Cowboy Kyle Lewix, has coined them. 2 out of 3 Party Animals gave them free donuts, courtesy of Dunkin', and they have thanked them both graciously. This time it's Bronson Ballholm as Vincent Chapman delivers the ball to Donnie. DJ got a ball fouled off him.
We have found a
Pros move, giving the Nanners catcher a little extra second.
Appears to be a couple grand. That's a lot of money. George, congrats on being your lucky day because it's been turned into fan services. If it is yours, please report to fan services.
And a cut and a miss.
We have your rubber band.
Donaldson sets down ball home on strikes once again.
Well, that was much needed for Jared Donaldson. You can see not happy with this fourth inning performance. Of course, was not aided to start the frame with the error from Robert Anthony Cruz, but collects another punch out in this ball game. Will now try and retire Jason Swan. See if he can end this inning before he reaches the 7-minute mark.
Slow tapper to third. Jackson behind the back. Nice jump and catch with the tag from Brandon Crosby, who's fired up as he should be. Big celebration with KJ as they get Donnie out of the inning.
It was once again aggressive stuff from KJ Jackson, but it's Brandon Crosby doing an excellent job leaving the first base bag when he's had to be able to receive that banana ball, and you see the tag applied perfectly on Swanee.
Hey baby o'clock here in Harbor Park. Get a good look at the 365th straight sold-out crowd in Banana Land. Out of their seats, moving it and grooving it. And I hope you're hey babying with us at home, or at work, or in the car, wherever you're watching. Just hopefully you're not watching while you're driving. If you are, only take a look at the screen when you're at stoplights. Just kidding, I don't endorse that at all. Get the last 20 seconds of everything I said. Norfolk, the 25th of 29 stops here on this 2024 tour. It has flown by as we knew it would. Only Salt Lake City, Utah, Des Moines, Iowa, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Miami, Florida still left on the schedule, as well as 3 more weekends in Grayson Stadium in Savannah. It's a third straight fantastic crowd here in Mermaid City, USA, as Dalton Potts takes over for Sean Fluke.
Yeah, with Dan Oberst, Eric Jones Jr., and Reese Alexiadis due up, each with strong numbers against Sean Fluke this season. It's the Party Animals who are instead going to turn to Ponce, one of the hottest pitchers as of late for this team. See if he can secure the point for them and continue to roll. See if they can start to put up some more runs on the board and jump out to a lead in this game as Oberst chops this one over to shortstop Chase Acuff between the legs, and a strong throw to Jason Swan. 1 out for the Bananas here in the bottom of the 4th.
It's another level of Acuff's game that's been so impressive. He stepped it up once again. That was a tight play. Oberst can puff it down the line and chase on a ball I don't think he would have dreamed of trying a trick play on last year. He's able to make it look easy.
Well, the thing that feels like it's stuck out to me in this series is just how talented Chase Acuff's arm is on his throws over to first base. He's obviously got a lot of confidence, and that's why you see him sometimes willing to go between the legs when you think he shouldn't. Still able to secure those outs.
I was surprised he sent it on the last one. Acuff certainly knows better than I. Maceo Harrison coaching first base, pulling off his wrecking ball dances. DJ bounces an 0-2 pitch, barehanded by Hussein. Slap a star on that one in your scorebook at home. Party Animals infielders putting on a show today.
Really nifty play from Jordan Hussein. Incredible charge. And Jason Swan moving to the outside of that first base bag, keeping the toe on. to ensure the out is made. Good adjustment by Swanee.
Here's the reason that the Bananas lead 1 point to nothing. Reese Alexiades with a towering 3-run blast down the left field line. A bit of controversy, as Jimmy Fallon would say, on if it was fair or foul. Base umpire Lee Joynes says fair. The umpires convene. There was a video replay, no evidence from our end to overturn it, and the umpires all agreed that Lee had the best angle. He was adamant it was fair. That's what walked off the first. Now a swinging bunt as Alexiades nearly swings right out of his cleats. Battle between a pair of California kids. And it's going to be a liner straight to Acuff at short. 1 point for Fontana over Manhattan Beach.
And Dalton Ponce continues to roll. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And here's Jolie Chabala with our Bananas Family Foster of the Day.
Across the United States, there are over 400,000 children and teens in foster care without a permanent home. To raise awareness and bring families together, we created a nonprofit called Bananas Foster, an organization that is dedicated to celebrating those in the foster care community while educating and inspiring others to get involved. Today, we are celebrating one of our very own, Brandon Crosby. Brandon and his 3 siblings are the biological children of John and Glennis. Their family heard of the need for more foster families and became licensed 7 years ago. They have welcomed 8 children and teens into their home and officially adopted 3 into their family forever. Fans, please help us celebrate the Crosby family for making a difference right here in Norfolk, Virginia.
Once again, give it up for the Crosby family. For more information about Bananas Foster, you can text Bananas to 50155 or scan the QR code.
I don't know how it could possibly get cooler than that. Brendan Crosby's parents, John and Glennis, superheroes in the Mechanicsville, Virginia area. And Cros has said so many amazing things about getting to grow up with his foster siblings. It's just a really, really special way to be raised. And of course, Crosby, as nice a human being as you could ever meet, 10 out of 10 guy. You see it. Created an amazing person.
One of the cooler shout-outs and recognitions that we're going to see on this 2024 World Tour for sure. Good Bananas Foster family of the day.
We've talked about it before, but his dad, John Crosby, phenomenal baseball player in his own right, called Turk back in the day, broke the NCAA stolen base record at Longwood University, called him the Surgeon of Steel. Trying to find a cooler nickname than that as Correll Prime takes over on the bump.
But it obviously rubbed off on Brandon Crosby, as well as Crosby early on in his collegiate career led the nation in stolen bases. As we do zero in on Correll Prime, trying to post a 0 in this frame for the Bananas and see if they can get the walk-off in the bottom half of this inning to earn him his very first career point on the mound.
A shout out to the good people of Blacksburg, Virginia. Tanner Thomas, a Virginia Tech guy. This was Josh Talevsky's idea to have Tanner come up to the old Enter Sandman.
Might have whispered something in Zach's ear.
I'm proud to announce that don't know if anybody could tell out there with my beaming pride through TVs. This is bounced to second and flipped over to Prime, covering the bag just in time to beat Tanner Thomas. What an athletic play from the Nanners pitcher.
Well, just when you thought there was a little bit of miscommunication, both Crosby and Olsen going after that ball, that was a good read by Correll Prime to see that that first base bag was unoccupied. He was able to get there in time to record the first out in the fifth.
Prime is oozing with baseball IQ. I don't know if you can tell right there. What happens when you get 7 years of minor league baseball and 6 seasons of independent professional ball after that. Soft contact here from Acuff. Meadows eyeing it up. Gonna go behind the back. Can't juggle the ball and come away with it in the air. Had a chance at a remarkable trick play. Instead, Acuff on first.
Looked like DR was having a little bit of a difficult time picking up that banana ball, shading his eyes with his non-glove hand, and then trying to come up with the behind-the-back catch, and just not able to hold that one in, that one trickling to the ground. DR still waiting on trick play number 70 on the tour.
Back to the top of the order we go. Battle between former minor leaguers. Hampton bloop into shallow left center. Meadows can't get there. Bermuda triangle situation right between DR, Rack, and Cox. And it's a flared knock for Reese Lightning. Prime a 4-pitch guy, sinker, cutter, slider, and changeup. As Cox sneaks in behind Chase. That was close at second. Cuff in safely, according to Eric Byram. They stay so far for Jordan Hussein, a single and a ball 4 sprint. As I was trying to say before rudely interrupted by Tanner Thomas hitting a grounder. We Like Sports was my gift to the marketing team. If you couldn't tell by my enthusiasm when Noah Fisher came to the plate in the top of the 4th. His front door bender count is full. Acuff off second, Hampton off first. Big payoff here. Another front door bender. Hussein protects the zone.
And on that 3-2 pitch, if you're Correll Prime, you've got to attack, not necessarily always focus on painting the corners. Just make sure you get it over the plate. Surprising that Prime, before he delivered that pitch, turned around to check the man at second base. As KJ Jackson fields this one, goes between the legs and gets the out at second base. Now 2 outs in the inning for the Bananas and Party Animals with runners on the corners as Jake Skull comes up to the plate.
14 years of minor league baseball experience between Prime and Skull. Both of them hitters for the entirety of their minor league career. Prime actually just started pitching in 2019 and Fargo Moorhead for the Red Hawks of the American Association. Last year through 73 1/3 innings. EJ's gonna get this one all the way through. Hussein gunned down at second. Perfect throw from Eric Jones Jr. to get Prime out of a sticky situation.
Even though EJ only gets to play about 1 game a series behind the dish, that throw was on the money to nail Jordan Hussein and get Correll Prime out of the inning in 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Still got that opportunity to earn his first point now.
Another look, bang, bang at second. Hussein thought he snuck in there. Eric Byram disagreed. Let's get it down to the field with Sam Bauman.
Biko, Josh, of course, we know the man to my left, Brandon Showtime Crosby, and we just got to meet his parents, John and Glennis, who are here to be our Bananas foster.
They made me, man. They made me.
And they made something special, and they do something special working with foster family. Brandon, for starters, for you, what did it mean for you to see your family walk out on that field, recognized in front of a sold-out crowd today?
Man, they deserve it, man. They deserve it. They work so hard for us and, like, all of my siblings, and, like, they're the best parents in the world, man. Like, They sacrifice daily. They do so much, and they started with us, and now they're starting all over again. You know, so it's like they both in their 60s, and they, you know, just their heart, just the type of people they are, man. I'm just glad that they were able to do this with me, and we were able to do it, you know, on the stage, man. It was truly a blessing.
Now, John, you and Glennis here, I know you were getting a little emotional walking off. Glennis, what did it mean to you to be out there and kind of have a moment with Brandon, your family, and 16,000 of your closest?
This doesn't happen in a lifetime. It's beautiful, you know, it's like overwhelming. I'm just overwhelmed. It's just, God is good, and He's blessed us tremendously. These kids mean the world to us, and for somebody to say thank you in a public manner, it means more than you know.
John, any last tips for Brandon as he continues the game here?
Yeah, do your best, have fun, and always put God first.
Amen, guys. The Crosby family, they don't make them like this. Biko, Josh, back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you, Crosbys. That warms the heart right there. 0-2 on Jackson Olsen now that he's done breaking out the emergency dance. And pops this one left side. Ballholm and Hussein are going to run out of room. It nearly takes out Fardy on top of their dugout.
Well, he was crouching for cover, hoping that ball would not hit him. Winds up working out for him, and the fans giving him some high fives right there on the dugout as well. Happy that he's all right.
Heartwarming scene. Another 0-2. Swing and a miss. Nasty bender from Dalton Ponce, who has retired all 4 bananas he's faced so far in relief.
What Dalton Ponce told me about a week or two ago was that Fenway Park was truly a turning point for him this season. He was already having a pretty successful season up to that point, but turned it up to another level since June the 8th. His earned run average is below 3 for the Party Animals, and he feels like he's just figured out how to adjust to pitching in banana ball versus standard baseball.
If you have an ERA under 3, that is elite company. Ponce is knocking on the Drew Gillespie and Danny Hosley door.
And somehow he's also figured out how to boost his strikeout rate in that span as well.
Of course, Zach Phillips has been superb in a similar time frame as Robert Anthony Cruz fouls out to a fan in the second deck.
Rack in shock at the play made by the fans out there down that left field line. It's only the second time in his banana ball career he has fouled out to some fans.
Looks like it was a kid with a mitt, too. Boy, the kids love themselves some Robert Anthony Cruz. But it looks like he's been teaching them too well on the old social medias. Fine play by that youngster. Back up the middle. Ponce, look out, my friend. Between the legs over to first. He'll grab a trick play. It's 6 up, 6 down across his 2 innings of work, and it looks like he's going to be A-okay.
And after a 2-minute and 30-second 4th inning, he just fired that 5th inning in 2 minutes and 26 seconds.
He's got his guy Jason Swan to help him off the field. We'll get it down to Isaac Cool. It's raining men, my friends.
This is the third base dugout. Jake, who you got over there? All right, let's get that music going. Time for a dance-off. Up and here comes the water balloons. Folks, you are in the splash zone and what's going on?
Here.
They're throwing them at me too. Here we go, Thomas.
Whoever hit me in the head, you're out of here.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your balloon. And the winner of this dance-off is the first base side, Isaac Cool.
Big congratulations to Isaac Cool and that guy with the sweet bucket hat and collared shirt coordination as Austin Krasminski takes over on the bump for the Nanners.
We saw Krem appear in last night's game for the Bananas. Gave up an unearned run on the mound. It was in the final inning, so it meant a 5th point for the Party Animals. They hit him really, really well here in August, and so the Bananas giving him a little bit of a lower leverage spot. See if he can dial it back in this finale in Norfolk.
He's got 3, 4, and 5. Skoll, Cornett, and Baber. One struck well, deep out to left center. Cruz on his horse is going to watch it bang off the wall. And Skoll can trot into second with a double.
Well, powerful blast off the bat of Jake Skoll, using that opposite field power that he possesses so well. And really nicely played by Robert Anthony Cruz off that left field wall to hold Skoll, a very aggressive base runner, to just 2 bases.
Tour leading 32nd extra base hit of the year for Jake Skoll. 2 balls and no strikes here on Cornett. RBI 2-base sprint his last time. To go back to our brand new promotion, It's Raining Men, it would be the Weather Girls who pulled that one off. Martha Wash and Azora Armstead. Thanks to Josh's recommendation of podcast, 60 songs that define the 90s. Got to learn all about Martha Wash on the most recent episode I was listening to.
My guy Robbie Harvilla.
Tremendous. Gonna make you sweat. Turns out that was Martha Wash. Wow. Yeah. Mind-boggling. And she got 0 credit at the time. Chance for the fans. They come up once again. Back-to-back foul outs to fans in back-to-back half innings. And that kid jumps right onto the field.
Pretty fired up about the catch. KJ Jackson was nearly going to jump into the stands, it looks like, and celebrate, giving him the point. And you also get the reaction from Austin Krasminski. Had a big fist pump after that out was recorded.
Our young star is going to have to get out of enemy territory. He's got Dan Oberst and Andy Archer who will escort him from the Party Animals to the Bananas side of the field.
2 good guys to be your bodyguards.
Correct. Garrett Delano's puffing out his chest at the youngster. And now they flee. There they go. Back to safety. Well struck here by Dustin Baber. That's going to be one hop off the wall. And he's going to trade places with Jake Skoll. A steak and a 2-bagger for Babes.
Well, entering last night, Dustin Baber only had 2 extra base hits across his last 20 games. Now has extra base hits in the back-to-back games for the Party Animals. Tripled last night, and now collects this RBI double.
In a tied game, a point apiece. Party Animals have a chance to grab their first lead in that all-important points department. They have a run across in the 6th. Swing and miss as Krasminski sneaks a heater past Armando Becerra. Getting in place of Noah Fisher, who finishes the day 2 for 2 with a ribeye. Becerra now inserted into left field. He was the Animals' designated runner, so that kills that spot in their lineup. They'll have to use old-fashioned pinch runners from here on out if they want make any moves on the base paths. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the pride of Miami, Florida. Set a 1 for 4 with a double and a run scored last night in his debut as a starter for the Party Animals. Getting more action here this afternoon. Chance for the fans once again. They can't come up with this one.
Well, Armando faced off against Krem last night and unfortunately came up empty with a strikeout. Had a hard time catching up to Krem's heater last night. Looking about the same here today, and I feel like Krem would be wise to go back to the heater, but instead this one will miss the strike zone, and Becerra going to hold up with just 1 base as Dustin Baber comes across to score another run in the frame for the Animals.
Well, Mondo worked the count full on Krasminski last night. Spoiled a bunch of 2-strike offerings before Krem won the battle. And this time, the victory goes to Mondo. Second inning today that the Party Animals have pushed 2 runs across in. The other was the 4th, which notched them their first point. 2-0 here on Bronson Ballhome. Happy to see Jared Donaldson off the bump. Struck out in both his plate appearances against the Nanner splitter specialist. High chopper, Jackson Olsen gets the tag on Becerra over to first. A 4-3 double play, heads up move by Jackie.
Really intelligent play by Jackson Olsen, recognizing the runner right there for him to be able to place the tag. The nice easy throw to Brandon Crosby. It's about as smooth as a double play as you're gonna get. So we go down to Tyler Gillum.
Foul ball for your Party Animals. Give it up for JJ!
All right, Virginia, in the fan count of foul ball for the Bananas, 15-year-old Wilson.
We got it to Tyler Gillum, just had to get through Jake Lialios first. Nice plays, JJ and Wilson. Bright banana ball futures for the pair of them down there. After giving away 2 pairs of shoes, courtesy of our friends over at Zappos last night, we have 1 pair on the menu here this afternoon. Welcome back up inside the booth with Josh Chalevsky, Pico Scala. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday with us here in virtual Banana Land. You know the drill. The link to the description, or the link rather, to get yourself a shot at a pair of shoes is going to be in the description. Finally got it. Way to land the plane beaks, as well as the comment section. Drum roll, please, to reveal our buzzword. Navy. That would be Navy. Josh Chalevsky, can you spell it?
N-A-V-Y, Navy.
Kind of a layup there. Good work. As we are in Norfolk, Virginia, home of the largest maritime naval base in the world.
You know what shoes would be really great to wear on a naval base, by the way?
Crocs.
Bananas Crocs. Yeah. That's exactly right. That's all I can think about. I'm still in love with my Bananas Crocs, for anybody who was wondering.
What about Party Animals Crocs? You got a pair of those?
The Party Animals Crocs are cool, but I can't say that I have a pair.
No free ads. No free ads, BTV. What are we doing? I know it had the buzzword in it. That's a bank, everybody. That's not the actual Navy. Chopper to Jason Swan. Nice snag. Bounces it between the legs. 3 times gets it between the legs. A 4th. And we'll step on first before Deeb can get there.
Well, Deeb at some point just kind of stopped running up that first base line and was just admiring the dribbling abilities and handles from Jason Swan there as he collects that trick play out.
7 up, 7 down for Dalton Ponce. He sets his sights on Ryan Cox. Jumps ahead 0-1. Now he's going to take a quick break to give us a little boogie. Ponce with Baber, Acuff, and Hampton as his backup dancers. Nice tropical theme to that one. I feel like I'm in a beach in Hawaii. Shout out Ziggy Marley. That was not Ziggy Marley, obviously. It's just, that's a Ziggy song. Nice tune. This one golfed. Right field, Skull underneath it, and is going to grab it outside of his glove for his 17th trick play of the tour.
Well, that's a new one that Jake Skull has started to employ. It's not an easy play to make, especially balls that come off the bat very hot, but Skull recognizing that one, not necessarily tagged off the bat of Cox, and even flourishes it with the bow to the fans.
Get a good look at our bat boy today as Taj Porter and Kyle Lewigs make sure that home plate umpire Vincent Chapman is staying locked in, tapped in, hydrated, and giving him a wet towel. It's a steamy one, 90 degrees right now here in Norfolk, Virginia. Another big, beautiful round of applause for Brandon Crosby and the entire Crosby family. Showtime trying to break up a string of 8 straight of his teammates retired by Ponce on the bump. Trying to be the first guy to reach against the kid out of Fontana, California. Ponce challenges him and gets one sky high in the infield. Baber and Swan converging. It's gonna be Baber on the run. It was an adventure, but it got the job done. All 9 batters faced by Ponce retired.
And yet another quick inning for Dalton Ponce. So quick, in fact, it's the first sub-2-minute inning he's ever thrown in his banana ball career, 1 minute and 56 seconds.
Let's get it down to Radbod Dadbod for the belly bump relay.
But not only that, I like to see these dad bods remove them shirts. Woo! All right, belly bumping all the way to the finish line. Let's see who wins. You boys ready? Set, go! Oh, look at the speed here. Good belly bumps. Here we go. Oh, it's neck and neck or belly to belly, whatever you want to call it. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Give it up for Team Kyle!
That's a fun one. Radbod terrific on the mic as per usual. Thank you, Big Mike. We'll take a look now at DJ the Invader taking over on the bump for the Kriz Monster.
Saw DJ appear in last night's ball game as well for the Bananas. Gave up an uncharacteristic sprint for a man who was working on a string of quite a few very quick innings out on the pitcher's mound. Was out there for 6 minutes and 42 seconds last night, hoping to improve that and get a quick out against Jason Swan.
Bottom 3 in the Party Animals order. Tanner Thomas on deck, Chase Acuff in the hole. 2 balls, no strikes on Swan. Saw these guys face off an evening ago. Jason won the battle with a line drive base knock. Talked about it last night. It's always worth mentioning Sam Bauman, who is going to join us in a half inning with a special edition of Stare Down Sunday between Reginald Horton and Corel Prime, as that's a beautiful trick play. Ryan Cox with the bounce behind his back. Perfect strike to EJ for out number 1.
Just too simple for Ryan Cox at this point. Nabbing yet another trick play on what has been a phenomenal season for him defensively. DJ the Invader going to try and continue to keep the ball on the ground here. See if he can get his teammates a couple more trick plays in this inning.
First time Coxie pulled it off was last year against Tanner Thomas at the Dish in Des Moines, Iowa. Video of that ended up collecting millions of views on Twitter. And I'm sure millions more across the rest of social media. One misses just a bit inside, according to Vincent Chapman. Go back to Swan facing off against the Invader. Sam Bauman explained to us that those two grew up together, which leads us to believe that DJ spent at least a decent amount of his time in the Jacksonville, Florida area. The plot thickens. Continue to learn more about his mysterious past. About Andy Archer and Chris Sachi down there. Really beautiful duet of a dance. Job by DJ. Battling back into the count, facing a guy who grew up right in the Jacksonville area. Tanner Thomas out of Fleming Island.
Tanner maybe getting a little more concerned with this at bat now. Had the potential to steal first base. On a pitch that got away from Bill Leroy, who's been inserted behind the dish. Now Tanner having to continue to battle and hoping he can still reach base safely. Just missed keeping that banana ball fair down the right field line. But instead, we see another payoff pitch.
I think it was about a foot, maybe two max away from that right field line. You get another look here. Tanner never left the batter's box. He knew off the bat that he wasn't able to keep it fair. Ends up winning the battle here. Watches the changeup float outside, and he'll be content with one base on the sprint. A little bit of a flub from Jackson in the middle of the sprint defense by the Nanners, but not enough for Tanner to take the risk and try and grab two bases.
The Party Animals definitely not content with just a 1-point lead right now. That seemed like an indication from Tanner Thomas that he's not trying to run the Party Animals into any more outs, especially in the late stages of this ball game. The Invaders got a 1-1 count on Chase Acuff as Papa Soch and Andy Archer boogieing it up yet again, and Acuff lines this one into left field. Now 2 on for the Animals, starting a little bit of a rally in the 7th.
Nice piece of hitting there from the pride of St. Petersburg, Florida. Once again, Vava stacking 3 Sunshine State natives at the bottom of his order. Flip to the top, and you get the dangerous Reese Hampton, giving the fans a chance to make an out. And they can't come up. So Acuff now 1 for 3, although he's on board for the 3rd time. He's reached on 2 trick plays missed. Here's Hampton 1 for 3 on the deck. Deep to center, Meadows has a beat on it, is gonna grab it just in front of the track. Thomas tags easily and goes over to 3rd. Acuff was halfway to 2nd, he'll retreat back to 1st.
Now coming to pitch,
the world's tallest pitcher, Dakota Stilts All-Britain.
Comes the 10-foot, 9-inch legend. Big, relatively secret part of the Bananas' success as a team this year. See Stilts pitch at least once a weekend, often twice, and he's only allowed 1 run across 10 innings on the bump. Really impressive work.
And trying to work the Bananas out of this jam in the 7th inning. He's got good numbers against the man who is due up against him, Jordan Hussein, 0 for 2. It's the tallest man in banana ball.
Bill can't retire Hussein at 1st. He was able to steal first base. Thomas will come home on the wild pitch. Acuff up to 2nd. And the Animals celebrate with the crowd right behind home plate. It's an interesting scoring scenario in banana ball. Is that an RBI for Hussein?
I don't think so.
I agree. did not drive in the run. He stole first on the wild pitch, which was also the cause of Thomas coming home. Thomas was going to score whether Hussein took first or not. I think that's the real decider right there. Second steal of first on the tour for Hussein. And now 3 balls, no strikes to Jake Skoll. Notched a single off stilts last night. Pops this one left side. KJ Jackson will grab it in foul territory. And stops the bleeding, but the Party Animals push a run across. Have an opportunity to extend their lead in points to 2.
Stilt's a little frustrated with the wild pitch scoring a run. But that was really nice, just dialing in that 3-0 pitch and inducing the pop out to Jake Skoll.
It's that time of the day. Here's Sam Bauman for Stare Down Sunday.
Biko, Josh, it's the long-awaited BT return of Stare Down Saturday Sunday edition. Of course, we've got the returning champ, Reginald Horton, ready to go, and a new contender, Corel Prime. Gentlemen, are we ready to get our stare on? Reggie's already locked in. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Let's stare. Oh my gosh, Reggie, the guy's, he's in prime form. He said he's been out for a while, but he ain't missed a beat. Oh no, oh no, it's unprecedented. It's unprecedented. This couldn't have happened. Reggie, great stuff out there, Prime. You were up against a reigning champ. How are we feeling after that?
I'm proud to be a new champ. Whoever want to come test me, I'm ready, baby.
Reggie, you proud of Prime?
He's the man.
A humble victory. Humble at defeat, Reginald Horton, guys. Biko, Josh. Sunday.
A beautiful show of love between 2 ferocious competitors there as Prime, in a surprising victory, takes down the legend Reginald Horton as Ryan Rodriguez takes over on the bump for the Party Animals.
It's a Buster Douglas type victory there for Corel Prime. Reggie, the resident Mike Tyson of this competition. And Ryan Rodriguez, out on the mound for the Party Animals, appeared in last night's ball game. Unfortunately, he allowed a walk-off to the Bananas. This is the first earned run that Rodriguez had given up since late May in Columbus, Ohio. But looking to post up another 0 for the Animals and earn them a 3rd point in the ball game as well.
Has to work with the top of the order. Only 1 run of insurance. Meadows, Oberst, and Jones Jr., the big boppers, due to swing it. Another California kid in. Rodriguez out of Newhall in the Santa Clarita area. Skoll taking control of this situation. Dustin Baber. Wow, came out of nowhere. That was all but in the glove of Jake Skoll, and Baber broke it up.
Skoll talking it up with Dustin Baber over there, trying to communicate that he had called off that ball. And Dustin Baber, and you saw it, he never slowed down trying to run over and field that banana ball. I'm not sure he ever heard the communication there from Jake Skoll, but you saw with the arms and body language at least, that ball meant for the Party Animals right fielder.
It's going to be routine for Skoll. It turns out Baber was just giving Ryan Rodriguez a chance to strike out DR Meadows, who's been the toughest guy on the tour to put down on strikes.
Just a 2.6% strikeout rate this season. But Rodriguez commands one of the best sliders on the World Tour this season, and that was the out pitch there against DR.
1-0 count here on Dan Oberst. It's only the 7th strikeout of the year for the Bananas center fielder compared to a team-high 26 ball four sprints earned. Absolutely absurd ratio.
And for DR, of course, we know that he's looking to get to 100 trick plays this season, but has also shared that he wants to strike out less than 10 times this season as well.
Be across 83 games played when all is said and done. Bronson Ballhome gets rid of the mask, finds the banana ball. 2 up, 2 down here for Sexy Mexi. Party Animals an out away from claiming another point. Remember, Norfolk and the great state of Virginia hang in the balance today. It's the rubber match here at Harbor Park. Bananas won 3-2 on Friday night. Party Animals a 5-2 victory an evening ago. And it looks like Rodriguez has the good stuff with him here this afternoon. Turns his keister to EJ. Fires home a bender that's fouled away. Nearly caught by a fan. Look out! Rodriguez trying the split pitch, and it ends up clipping Jones Jr.
EJ not too upset about reaching first base there for the Bananas as it brings up Reese Alexiadis, who's got a home run in today's ball game. That actually snaps 12 straight Bananas batters that had been retired by Party Animals pitchers.
Do you remember Thunderhead? Good games. November 15th to 58. I was there at the stage when his kick snapped on April 23rd, he said, he caught an ejection. Mega Man, it's the Savannah, Tiny Guy, Snag on Takeoff, Flashdown, Tactical Warriors, Nothing.
Number 2, Reese Alexiadis.
Okay. Shout out to the Incredibles.
That's my nomination for best makeup and costume this season for Bill Leroy. Is this one is a little dribbler over to Dustin Baber, underhand throw to Jason Swan. Now the Party Animals go up 3 points to 1 in this ball game with only 2 innings left to play.
Get it down to Isaac Cool for outdash the trash.
Landon and Jordan, they are in trash bags over on first base. They're going to dash in front of their fathers. They're going to try to get a little bit of a head start before their dads come and scoop them in trash cans. The first duo back across the finish line is going home as champions. All right, dads, get in positions. On your marks, get set, go! All right, it looks like Landon and Jordan have a good head start, but their dads, Mark and John, are on their way. They just barely got across second base, and it looks like they are scooping them in the trash cans. And they're off. Oh, man. Looks like he just had a little bit of a tumble in the trash. But my friend, he's heading over towards the finish line. Don't you worry, it'll be fine. It's not that tragedy, and we're going home as the champion. Give it up for Jordan and his father, John.
Impressive work from Jordan and John as they walk away from outdash the trash victorious. Zach Phillips, former Royals minor leaguer, takes over on the bump for the Nanners.
Well, Philly's been awfully impressive out at the pen for the Bananas, and especially in this series in Norfolk we saw on Friday night. Phillips pitched an inning in 2 minutes and 6 seconds, appeared last night and threw a sub 2-minute inning, 1 minute and 56 seconds for the left-hander. He's going to go tarp off to start off against Dalton Cornett.
It's not just Zach Phillips. Every single Bananas fielder besides Robert Anthony Cruz is tarps off.
Sun's out, guns out day.
It's Sunday fun day. Chopped up the middle, Cox attacking. Under the leg, over to first just in time. Another trick play for the glove magician.
So smooth, and he's not unfazed by the fact that he's only in half of his jersey right now. Really doesn't affect him anyway in doing that between the legs transition, getting the throw over to EJ.
Third trick play of the day, now 168. The pride of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, to pace the tour. Dustin Baber, a booming RBI double his last time. 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Chops this one towards Jackson Olsen. He's going to flip it under the leg. 2 outs on 2 trick plays for the Nanners in the top of the 8th.
And 2 pitches to Dalton Cornett and now to Dustin Baber. Zach Phillips just 1 minute and 5 seconds into this frame.
Mondo Becerra get some action going with 2 down. This is the outside corner with the fastball. Out of Texarkana, Texas. Fires it in, it's fouled off. Same hometown as our home plate umpire, Vincent Chapman. Mondo works the count to 3-1. Still has to look out for all 5 pitches Phillips throws. He'll use them in any count. Goes to the heat there. Still got to look out for 4-seam, 2-seam cut fastballs, the curve and the change. Another fastball, another foul ball. Boy, Becerra across last night and this afternoon consistently is putting up tremendous plate appearances. This one's going to end in favor of the Nanners. Olsen and Cox both making the call, and boy, Cox taps it up. DR makes the play. Lack of communication, it does not harm the Bananas.
A very scary situation. DR Meadows nearly had to vault himself over Cox and Olsen. But the trick play recorded, and Zach Phillips, the 2-minute and 12-second inning. This guy's the king of speed right now.
And Cox up to 169 trick plays on the tour. Gets the help from his center fielder, DR Meadows, who sits at 69 on the dot in the trick play department. Well, the sun is still blazing bright in the sky, but we're going to do our best to turn Harbor Park yellow here at 2:37 p.m. East Coast time. See Dylan Porter up with the stands, doing what he can to shine that flashlight in the sky. Currently looks like he's getting dominated by the big star that provides our beautiful planet with warmth and light. Josh, do you know what that star is?
The sun.
Yep. You continue to impress me.
Thanks, man.
You got a beautiful mind, buddy.
I did all right in astronomy.
You took astronomy?
Yeah.
In college?
Yeah, and geography.
Geography, not surprising. Astronomy?
It wasn't my favorite class in the world.
Unique.
It was okay.
Should not be confused with astrology, which I have a PhD in.
Oh, what's your sign, bruh?
Scorpio.
Ooh, all right. All right.
Love you too, Princess Potassium. By the way, the Scorpio comes with a little bit of a tail whip.
Yeah, you're doing a little like arc thing with your hand.
You got to get the stinger going. It's not just sound. It's a big visual component. Really, it's more important to see it than hear it. I digress. Here's Connor Higgins on the mound for the Party Animals as we go to the bottom of the 8th.
Pitched a nice inning for the Party Animals in Louisville a couple weekends ago. Here, inducing a quick out. Chase Acuff goes between the legs. Good throw over to Jason Swan. 8th trick play in the ballgame for the Party Animals. Now 20 in today's ballgame. And for Big Butter, really feeling like he is starting to figure something out on the mound. News lately has been that Indiana Stanley, who's been catching some bullpens for Connor Higgins, been really instrumental in helping Connor figure out the location of his slider.
Robert Anthony Cruz fouled out to the fans his last time, going to try and steal first. Ballholm's throw, not in time. In fact, it goes into right field. Good backup job, though, by Skoll. Keeps Rack at first base. And that is the first steal of first in Robert Anthony Cruz's banana ball career.
Well, he hesitated for a quick second before deciding he was going to go ahead and try for that steal of first. It's a pretty big accomplishment for the banana ball rookie. To get another look at the play.
Here's Kyle Jackson, incredibly talented infielder out of Kent State. hailing from Bowling Green, Ohio. Gives the fans a chance. They do not catch it in the second deck. Nice snag on the bounce by that youngster. Taking a one-way trip to Souvenir City. Boy, that one misses just a hair low. Higgins, a powerful arm out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Has touched 99 in his career, and that's an excellent piece of hitting from KJ. Serves it the other way. Has himself a knock. The inning-winning run pushed into scoring position for the Nanners.
Just a professional piece of hitting. We saw KJ little pull happy during his 6-game stint with the Visitors. To see him incorporate the opposite field knock into this game with the Bananas, I know he just continues to work on his plate approach with all of these new guys that he's learning a lot from.
Certainly tough to be too unhappy with KJ's pull-happy approach when he produced 3 homers in 6 games. That'll always play. Ugly swing and miss there from Deeb. Excellent block by Ballholm. Cruz was darting towards third. Had to slam the brakes and jam it into reverse quickly. Pair of former minor leaguers squaring off. Higgins spent 5 years in the Los Angeles Angels organization, and there's the fruits of his labors on display right there. Nasty slider as he jumps ahead of the former White Sox farmhand. 1-2. Goes to the heat, misses down. Deeb, the tour leader in walk-offs with 29 inning enders. Looking to be the first Banana Ball player to ever reach 30 walk-offs in a tour.
It also has a 10-game on-base streak still on the line in this plate appearance against Higgins as well.
Throw to third! What a play by Jordan Hussein! Fantastic scoop and tag in one fell swoop as Ballholm guns down Rack. We'll get another look at this one. Slap on the Riedel headset. Not surprising, close play with the beloved Robert Anthony Cruz. We're going to get a second look. For now, what I'm seeing, that's not going to help us at all.
From the initial angle.
All right.
Call looked good.
Okay. Well, we're going to turn our attention to the video board. We've gone into the land of shadow and flame on the broadcast. From what I'm seeing on the video board, I'm not seeing anything to overturn the call. No, there looks like...
Call stands to me.
Yes, Lee Joynes' call will stand.
Stand!
And the expected boos rain down. Is there Has the control room been invaded by bees? What is happening back in Savannah? There we go. Is everybody okay? Blink twice in the control room if you're okay. There's Michael Vitamin Deeb. Works the walk-off sprint. And after all that, he is up to 30 inning enders on the year. He drives in Jackson. Nanners are within a point.
A big milestone for Michael Deeb on his 2024 World Tour. The Bananas cutting into that Party Animals lead. They're going to be very happy going into the final inning, down only 1 point in this game.
I just like the cross. That was my favorite. Big one completed. That's just okay? Fine. It's time for announcement. Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa comes back. I know him.
If Will Ferrell is not available for the sequel to Elf, I nominate Ryan Kellogg. I guarantee you nobody in the continental United States loves maple syrup more than Banana Land's Big Maple. And I nominate Malachi Mitchell for best performance in a supporting role. Take a look at the remarkable numbers on the tour for the Vienna, Virginia kid, guy who spent a couple years right here in college at Norfolk State, and he do it all Hosley.
A little bit of a scare on Friday night, still able to nail down the save for the Bananas, but did allow a run to the Party Animals nonetheless. It's been the same dominant stuff from Danny Do-It-All in 2024, and he still sits one strikeout shy of becoming the first man this season to 70 punch-outs.
Of course, not a save situation. He enters with the Bananas trailing by a point. His job here is to hold the line. Every run scored in the final inning in Banana Ball is good for a point. So he's got to put up a goose egg to allow the offense only one run when it comes to tying this game.
Hitting in the place of Bronson Paulholm, number 1, Jake Skoll.
For the second straight ball game, the Party Animals use their golden batter in the 9th inning. Once again, it's Jake Skoll who gets the honor.
Again, we saw Jake Skoll with success last night, singling for the Party Animals as the golden batter. They're hoping he can start something in the top of this 9th. Good decision by Mike Vivasas. Not the best game for Bronson Paulholm. 0 for 3 on the game.
Meanwhile, Jake Skoll 1 for 4. A booming double, pair of runs scored. Fouls that back up. Not caught by the fans. It's a smell of the bat. Trying to see how close he was to squaring that up. 2-2. Hosley, another guy who can use any pitch in any count. Fastball in the low 90s. The Vulcan change is remarkable. The 12-6 curveball cannot be forgotten. And he goes to the off-speed. Wow, Ryan Cox goes between the legs twice and just barely able to nab Skoll.
Well, one wasn't going to cut it there for Ryan Cox. Decided to get even more aggressive. Go between the legs a second time. And still great hustle from Jake Skoll. You know you're always going to get that. Nice stretch by Dan Oberst, ensuring the Bananas could get the out. As Jason Swan now bats and takes strike 1.
Swanee 0 for 3. He's grounded into 3 trick plays. 2 at third, 1 at short. Coxey now with 5 trick plays on the afternoon. He had 6 last night, which tied the individual record for a game. What a barrel there from Swan. 0-2 does not matter. He sends it to the left center field fence. He's on his horse, thinking about 3. Will pull up with a stand-up double here with 1 away.
He's one of 3 Party Animals this season, batting .300 or better against Hosley. It's now Swan 6 for 14 against Haas.
Remarkable against the best pitcher in Banana Ball history. Tanner Thomas steps in. Ball 4 sprint his last time. Scored the inning-winning run in the 7th. The reason why the Party Animals lead 3 points to 2 right now. Thomas had a towering home run an evening ago. Lefty on lefty. The former Cubs minor leaguer Ryan Kellogg deep. Excellent stop by Bill. Good base running by Swan. Nods in respect at the job Leroy just did behind the dish.
Just getting the body in front of that banana ball, keeping it in front of himself. And Bill scampering awfully quick to collect that one and keep Swan from advancing.
3 balls and a strike on the dangerous Tanner Thomas. Final 3 years of his college career were here in Virginia at Virginia Tech. He barrels that one deep to right center field. It's going to end up being a couple hops to the wall. He'll cruise into second, drives in Jason Swan, and has given the Animals a very important insurance point.
Well, had a lot of room in that right center gap and found it. A big swing for Tanner Thomas in just his second knock against Hosley this season. It comes in a big way.
His first was a home run in the 9th inning all the way back in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's been tough for him to find success against Danny Do-It-All, but when he does it in a big way. Wow, that was a generous strike call against Chase Acuff. Chase, another guy who is very solid against Hosley and has been terrific in the 9th inning this year.
We mentioned how good Jason Swan had been. Chase Acuff, the only party animal batting 400 or better against Hosley, a 412 mark, and it's going to drift even higher. Acuff plopping that one into center field. Runners on the corners for the Animals. Continue to hit Hosley well here in this finale in Norfolk.
That one, not the hardest hit ball in banana ball history, placed perfectly. Acuff with his second 2-hit game of the weekend. A 1 count on Reese Hampton. We're back at the top of the order. Switch hitting center fielders, 1 for 4 on the afternoon as Hosley checks on Acuff at first. Chase 9 for 9 in his stolen base tries on the tour. Excellent job by Hampton there, laying off the Vulcan changeup. This one into right center field, it's trouble. Thomas scores easily. Acuff's going to go first to third. Reese Hampton's got himself an RBI single. Party Animals push their lead to 5-2.
Just Hosley not able to get anything. Looks like it's overpowering these Party Animals at the moment. For Reese Hampton, creeping closer and closer to being the first man to 80 hits on the World Tour.
Hosley's so good, you think it's pretty much a foregone conclusion when he comes out in the top of the 9th inning that he's not going to allow any damage. Party Animals have 4 straight hits against him now. Doubles from Swan and Thomas, singles from Acuff and Hampton. Now the pesky Jordan Hussein. Oh, he's a tough guy to retire. Hosley jumps ahead a ball and 2 strikes. Big 12-6 curveball called, strike 3. Hosley rings the bell, gets a huge second out. Hussein knew it, and about face right back to the third base dugout. So now Jake Skoll. A very important out to get here. 3 runs is a manageable deficit. The odds certainly stacked in the Nanners' favor. They're set to take on Drew Gillespie, who's been the best pitcher on this tour. That was another generous strike call in Hosley's favor. Check behind Hampton. Another close pickoff over at first. Strike from Leroy. Dan Oberst, the new first baseman. Hampton's been leaning towards second this entire plate appearance. Lined into right field. Skoll comes through. Acuff scores. Hampton's going to take third. It's the 5th hit of the inning for the Party Animals. They have scored 3 runs and now lead by 4 points.
And that's the benefit of leading off the inning as the golden batter there for Jake Skull. Even though he was retired to start the frame, saw 5 pitches from Hosley, got a feel for what he was offering out there on the mound, and then gets that second at bat, drives in another run for the boys in black and pink.
Skull with his tour-leading 59th run driven in on the year. Now the dangerous Dalton Cornett, fooled by the changeup. Hosley a strike away from stopping the bleeding. This one bounced, nice backhanded stab by Oberst between the legs 3 times, steps on first. And that will do it, but the Animals score 3 runs on 5 hits and increase their lead to 4 points, with the dominant Drew Gillespie expected to come out and try and shut this thing down.
Over 8 minutes in that inning for Danny Hosley, the longest we've seen him have on this year's World Tour. The Bananas find themselves in a very tough position, especially with how good Drew Gillespie's been lately. 10 consecutive scoreless innings thrown on the mound.
The vibes are immaculate on the Party Animal side of the diamond. They have their sights set on winning the state of Virginia. Three outs away with a 4-point cushion. The Albuquerque, New Mexico man, Drew Gillespie, with a tour best 1.92 earned run average across 56 1/3 innings. He is just having a stupendous 2024 tour.
It's remarkable what Drew Gillespie's been able to do. He's pitching with more confidence than anybody right now on the mound. And last night threw an inning in about 4.5 minutes. And the only thing he could remark after the game was, inning was a little too long, wasn't it? I've got to work on getting those outs quicker, getting my boys off the field to celebrate that victory.
The guy is a joker. Give him that. He gave up 1 hit as he nailed down the save last night. This is not a save situation with 4 points to work with. No difference for Mike Vivesa. Still send out your best man. The Bananas' magic number is 5 for them to win the season series against the Party Animals. So every win oh so important for the boys in black and pink. 9-10-1 due to swing it for the Nanners. Ball and 2 strikes on Ryan Cox. Backdoor bender just misses the outside corner. Cox works the count full.
Gillespie and Bronson Ballholm have continued to nibble on that outside corner against Ryan Cox. Now it's Bronny going back inside. The Bananas, or the Party Animals I should say, trying to jam Coxie. They do. He's able to battle this one off foul. The fans unable to make the catch.
Another payoff. Inside, Cox does his job. He's going to reach base, and he'll be content with 1 bag on the sprint. No reason to be greedy. The Nanners are in the business of base runners. They need to get 2 more guys on before they can think about tying this game.
Get those hands together.
The most runs Drew Gillespie has allowed in an inning this year is 2. It's only happened twice. The odds are stacked against the Nanners. They're the best team in Banana Ball by a pretty strong margin this year. They certainly have all the confidence in the world as Bill somehow ducks that out of being a strike.
And they've got the benefit of having the only man who's on the team who's taken Drew Gillespie deep this season at the plate. Roy getting a long bomb in Columbus, Ohio.
A wry smile on Bill's face there. Gillespie taking his time walking off the mound. He's pretty sure he's thrown 2 pitches just about right down the middle and hasn't gotten the call on either of them. I don't know how far wrong he is, and now Bill tries to unload. Comes up empty. At the knees, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gillespie dropping down sidearm there, goes back to 3/4, tries to front door the bender, misses the inside corner. Back-to-back full counts to begin the bottom of the 9th. Swing and a miss. Gas right down Broadway. Gillespie gets the K.
Well, again, that was Bill Roy's play to try and produce one big swing for the Savannah Bananas, and came up empty. Gillespie was strikeout number 47 on the World Tour.
Drew sits 91-93 with the fastball. He'll touch 94. It's not the heater that you want to take monstrous swings at. At least that's not what I would be doing. 1-1 here on DR Meadows. Back to the top of the order. The Doctor 1 for 3 today. Just trying to pass the baton. Poke the other way. DR does his job. Barely sneaks it fair. He's going to be content with a single. Jake Skoll showing off his tremendous arm as Cox goes first to third.
And the Party Animals were playing the Meadows to pull in that plate appearance against Drew Gillespie. But again, it's DR who wanted to work on his opposite field approach in today's ball game, and it's paid off. Both knocks going to right field.
Tour leader in batting average, 2 for 4. Now the Bananas need to get one more man on, and they could think about tying this game. The tour leader in home runs is on deck. Dan Oberst at the dish. And it's a foul out to a fan. Oh my goodness, the 3rd foul out to a fan in this ball game. You could hardly dream of a bigger spot. The Party Animals are fired up.
Well, the Party Animals have suffered a little bit of heartbreak fouling out to fans recently to end ball games and secure victories for the Bananas. Now they're the beneficiaries of an incredible snag, and you could see all of the animals erupting out of that dugout with joy seeing that foul ball wind up in the hands of a lucky fan.
It's the second to last out of the ball game. Mariners only have 1 to play with. Here's EJ. Stroke foul, not caught by the fans. Nobody better for the Bananas. It's the tour leader in on-base percentage. Just trying to get the dangerous bat of Reese Alexiadis up to the dish. He waits on deck, already with a 3-run homer today. Skoll is going to take care of this, down to his knees. Brings out the worm. A trick play to flourish a series win for the Party Animals here in Norfolk, Virginia.
The new look lineup construction for the Party Animals these last 2 games lead to a series victory in Norfolk. And once again, it's the fan-caught foul balls that wind up being instrumental in victories. The Party Animals benefiting from the catch on Dan Oberst. Tapper into the stands. And a lot of momentum now going the way of the boys in black and pink.
Impressive hands from the Norfolks. The good people here in Mermaid City, USA. They catch 3 foul balls for outs last night, 3 foul balls for outs this afternoon. Split once again, despondent. Heartbroken mascot for the Nanners for the 2nd straight ball game. A lot to chop up on the post-game show. Our next broadcast will be Thursday night in Savannah. It will be right here on the Bananas YouTube page, as well as Nesson. It'll be the first of 3 games in historic Grayson Stadium. Friday night, we'll be back on YouTube and True TV. Split will have only 3 days to recover before he will try and find the fire and the joy to give a great performance for the over 5,000 fans in Savannah on Thursday night. Welcome back into the booth with Josh Talevsky, Biko Scala. This Bananas team coming into Norfolk had won 11 out of their last 12 games. They won the first game here in Harbor Park, and then the Party Animals with Mike Vivacis and Anthony Coromato switching up the lineup a decent amount last night and this afternoon come away with dominant 5-2 and 6-2 victories to take the series.
And again, the Party Animals were also able to benefit. They scored a point in the 9th inning last night. They wind up getting 3 to give themselves a lot of breathing room in this series finale to snag the victory. And overall, that lineup construction pays a lot of dividends. It wound up not being the strongest series for the Bananas bullpen either, especially over these last 2 contests. And on the other side of things for the Party Animals, the bullpen tremendous, especially in today's ball game. Across the last 6 innings of play, the Bananas were only able to collect 2 total hits against Party Animals pitchers. And we also saw at one point the Party Animals combine to set down 12 consecutive Bananas batters.
Impressive stuff. That was kicked off by 9 straight from Dalton Ponce, who earned the first 2 points for the Party Animals in the 4th and the 6th inning. He continues his incredible second half of his rookie campaign in Banana Ball. And things get a little interesting here. The Party Animals improve to 31-33 on the year, make it 22-30 against the Bananas. Still 16 games left on the docket. They find themselves 8 games back. We have been there before. Last year, it was 8 games back with 9 to play, where the margin of error was only losing 1 game. You lose the season series. This year, boy, oh boy, they've got 16 games to work with. Feels like a breeze.
I mean, the Party Animals, maybe they like having their backs against the wall just a little bit. I can tell you this, they are definitely a deeper team in terms of pitching from last year to this year. That's got to have them still feeling pretty comfortable, especially with the way the bullpen performed in this series. And Biko, just one more look at today's ball game. 21 total trick plays. We saw 28 last night. Still a really great performance from the Bananas and Party Animals when it comes to trick plays. And it is back-to-back games here in Norfolk where the fans have caught 3 foul balls in a single game. Really, really impressive. First time we've ever seen it.
That's right. First time we've seen a city go get 3 foul balls caught by fans in a series multiple times. They tied the record twice, so that's really impressive stuff here in Norfolk. We have to give away a free pair of shoes courtesy of our friends over at Zappos before we shut things down and say hello again Thursday night in Savannah. Drum roll, please. Our winner is Jessica Wardak. Jessica Wardak, thank you so much for watching and entering the contest. You get yourself a free pair of shoes thanks to our buddies over at Zappos. Got to shout out the cast and crew real quick before we shut things down. On the first base camera for the 3rd straight ball game, Emma Bates. And across the diamond at 3rd base, it was Emerson Elmgren, the Iron Horse of BTV. The 2 of them, incredible stuff here in Norfolk. On the high home camera, it is Sophia Peach. She is as dependable as they come. On center field, Lionel Brown. Excellent work on a mighty important camera out there, Lionel. On the low home, Lex Fowler. That would be Battlestar Galactica. And if anybody is wondering, I don't know why you still would be, yes, Lex is enough. Let's get down to the wireless. That would be Justin Gordon, once again, a BTV superstar. Our engineer, our producer, as well as our personal masseuse and the controller of the lights here in Harbor Field across the previous 2 games when a controller of lights was actually important. That would be Nick Keldy, aka DJ Squints and Cowboy Keldigney, a man of many, many talents. I would call Nick Keldy the ideal Renaissance man here in the year of 2024. On the utility, Clayton Franklin, Clay Pimp, another tremendous job down on the field, my friend. When it comes to the people back in Savannah, our coordinating producer and director of this broadcast, Chad Reese, truly the best in the business. On the technical directing side, Keegan Woods for the 2nd straight game. Excellent job, Keegs. On the replay, one name, you know him. And gosh darn it, you love him. It's Kwanzi. He's as good as they come. On the audio, Gwen Guido once again dominating on the ones and the twos. The score bug handled by Michael Basista. The graphics controlled by Julia Massey. And the statistics being updated on said graphics would be Mikey O'Connor. That is a three-headed monster that I'd put up against any graphics department in the continental United States. Do not know what's going on in Hawaii and Alaska. Let's shout out our moderators in the chat, Colbite_ and Scott Thompson. I have forgotten to do that 2 straight nights. That is terrible. Terrible stuff by me, and some would say they just happen to not be on my crew list. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. Josh, would you say that?
I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say it either.
Oh, you know I wouldn't say that.
Some people are saying that. I say it's heresy. Colbite_ Scott Thompson, you guys are superstars. That's my bad. It does not run without you, and what a really cool community you control in the YouTube chat. A big thank you, Mr. Josh Chalevsky, on the color coordinating and statistical savantry. Another doozy for you today.
Biko Scala, your play-by-play was outstanding, and I hope you get to spend the rest of your afternoon binge listening to The Lonely Island.
I'm going to run 13 miles. Hopefully they can power me through that. I'm going to be dialing up Incredibad. A big thank you to Sean Fluke for getting mic'd up down on the field, for Sam Bauman for giving us a bunch of really cool hits down there. That includes Corell Prime, Reginald Horton, and the entire Crosby family for joining us on the broadcast. Thanks to the executive producers of Bananas Television who let us do what we do and give us such great guidance. That would be Emily, Jesse, and Carrie Cole, as well as El Presidente himself, Mr. Jared Orton. I am Biko Scala, saying so long for now. Real quick, big thank you as well to the Norfolk Tides crew. They've been tremendous while we've been here in Mermaid City. We will see you Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, first pitch, 6:30 p.m. We will possibly kick off the pregame show. Do not quote me on that. We're on Nesson, so things might be a little dicey there. What I can promise is at 7 p.m., the broadcast will be going. Whether we've been going for half an hour or we're just kicking it up, that's a TBD. That's a Chad Reese problem. Cannot wait to see you as we kick up another series and see if the Party Animals can pull off another miraculous comeback. They win the great state of Virginia. First time we got to play here in Old Dominion. Hope to get to make a return. For Josh and the entire crew, let's kick this things off. See you on Thursday night, and we will see you later!